mile high here in Denver as we get set for today's matchup.
You know, when you get a matchup at running back, like the one we have here today, you can just look down on the field from the booth, and you can see that breakaway speed and power with your own eyes, and there is a difference out there.
Yeah, I think I was always heard from Bill Walsh. I read it in his book, Trust Your Eyes. So you're right. We look down the field today, and as this thing goes along, you can tell we have 2 stars at running back, and, man, just give them a little bit of hope, and they can make it happen.
That return's good for about 21.
That shit is in my motherfucking playbook.
The Broncos defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. First down at the 24. Carr running away from the pressure. And off the mark on that short throw.
Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here. Carr's all by himself in the backfield for this snap.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
And he's taken down. Players for both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. The Broncos will come out in the dime.
Second down and 5.
Murray is going to take the handoff now. On the way, third down.
The defensive line saw something the offense is doing. Look at them, all shifting to the right.
The Raiders take it from the 20. He's on the move. And that's to lead, who almost came away with a pick.
That was a good call by the defensive coordinator. He called the right defensive play. The defender's in position and knocks down that third down throw.
Sanders got a chance this time. He's going to be tackled right around the 24-yard line.
Very lucky that time on that punt return. The coverage was outstanding, and the return was just lucky he didn't fumble the football.
The Broncos will come out in the pistols. The Broncos take it from the 23. Manning's get Aldon Smith with the quarterback takedown.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. He gets a sack on the quarterback, and nowadays you got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
That time. He has blossomed into a big-time receiver in this game, Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, it's not about just the offense. Oh, the offense gives him those numbers. He has shown wherever he plays, no matter who the coach or the quarterback is, he can get it done.
Manning's back in shotgun formation. Tough catch. He's in the clear. The 20, the 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up, they want to be wide receivers. I don't blame them. They're out there, they get to catch the football, they get to score touchdowns, they get to do dances, and you're not really allowed to hit them either. What a job.
And here's Jones. The tackle is made right around the 26-yard line. The Raiders weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, it's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
First down at the 26 to Crabtree. And Crabtree's brought down after picking up 11 on this play. Now 1st and 10. Murray's got the handoff on the counter. Ward that time in on the tackle. The Raiders have it at the 44. Carr's gonna scramble. Von Miller gets to the quarterback.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback and gets a sack. When linebackers move around like this, you know what it means? Nothing confuses no one.
The Raiders have it at the 44. The catch is made by Crabtree. Going to take the snap from the shotgun. Knocked down as he fires it.
The Raiders put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on 3rd and long, and they were ready for it.
Sanders has got it at the 25. Keeps his legs moving. And Sanders has stopped there.
Well, returning punts is a tough job. It's about judgment. That time, that was poor judgment by the return man. Should have just had a fair catch and never tried to return that.
in the pistol here. To Davis. Shakes off the tackle. Davis is met at the 44. First down at the 44. Fights through contact. Searching for space to the right. The Raiders went out and acquired defensive tackle Dan Williams in the offseason, Phil, from Arizona.
Didn't make a big splash around the NFL when you talk about Dan Williams because he played in Arizona and people didn't realize how good he really is.
And it's a gain of maybe 5. The Broncos get set at the line and need to get to the 46 for a first. 3rd and 5. The reception by Daniels.
Nice job that time for the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. He runs with it right up the gut. And down after a gain of 9. He'll get it again. Max able to read that play and make the hit. Not a whole lot of scoring here as we welcome you back to the action.
Go to the mailbox.
Now looking at 3rd down. Manning's lining up in the pistol. Looking to go deep. Pass is intercepted.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
The Raiders heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative. Get the defense off guard. Make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity.
First down at the 20. Easy catch there. No one near him. First down on the way. Cards down to the middle. Look at Derek Wolf with the sack.
Of course, when we get blindsided, especially nowadays in this league where they do everything they can to make sure that quarterback doesn't get hit, that's devastating to take that kind of hit.
The Raiders at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. They motion the receiver around to the other side. The Raiders have it at the 24. Murray comes down with it. Led by Von Miller. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Look at that defense, what?
I think you're right. I like the way the defense is playing. That was a great job that time, making that 3rd down stop and getting off the field.
Sanders has got it on the return. Mays is in on the tackle. And a run back of about 9. The Broncos have to still be thinking about that last last possession, they were actually moving down the field. And then, of course, the untimely interception ended things.
Yeah, the defense, look, they got good players. And, you give them enough chances, they're finally going to make the play. You have to be careful with the football. The offense was not, and that's why it resulted in an interception.
What do you think they're talking about in that huddle after that drive-killing interception?
Well, they're probably telling the quarterbacks, if you do that again, they're going to kick you out. I don't know, but they got to play better.
Second down and 2 to go after the running play. Cross to the outside. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains. First and 10. Anderson's got the carry.
I missed that one. I missed it.
Levi Smith that time. Timeout's called. We're going to step aside. Be back in just a moment.
It's a double deal.
The snap will come at the 33. Anderson's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. The Broncos take it from the 33. Flip to the outside. He's now over 60 yards rushing on the ground.
What a good job by the offense. Good blocking up front, some good blocks down the field, and a good job by the running back making people miss and getting dragged down just before he gets into the end zone.
The give. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. Here they come. The football at the 1.
The defensive line is now all spreading out.
Take and he's across for the touchdown.
And the defense has to be down at something like this. They allow the offense to score that touchdown in the red zone. My God, you only have such a small part of the field to defend, and they just didn't get the job done that time.
Jones is going to start his return. They stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Raiders come out with a split backfield. Carnes taking off. And Crabtree can't hold on that time.
Carnes' mobility, boy, gives him a chance to make a play when you're forcing out of the pocket, but not able to complete the pass because nobody's open.
Second down following that incompletion.
Carnes ready for the snap, empty backfield.
Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Look at Derek Wolfe with the sack.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Managing that clock, such a big deal in the NFL. That's why they're hurrying up. Don't use that timeout. Keep those timeouts because that is going to maybe give you a chance to win the game.
The Raiders are going to have to punt. Sanders has got it now. And they tackle him down at the
37-yard line.
The Broncos know there's three parts to every football game: offense, defense, and special teams. What a play for the special teams here. Good punt return, good blocking. They get it done.
Great starting position here for the offense. First down at the 37.
Incomplete. Didn't get his feet down. Second and 10 coming up. The Broncos from the 37.
Running room.
Gains 12.
Nice job that time by the runner. Gets out of bounds after the play. You got under 2 minutes, and you need to stop the clock, so he gets it done.
The Broncos come out in a jumbo set. First down at the 25. Anderson's tackled down after a gain of 2.
No huddle time.
The Broncos take it from the 23. Owen Daniels makes the catch. That's a gain of 8.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Looks down the field, nobody open, so he throws the drag route coming across the field. It's a nice catch, just short of the first down.
Anderson's taking the handoff.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
The Broncos offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
And it's a fake.
Well, let's say about that decision right there, I did not like it. Take the points, kick the field goal. You tried to be too smart, and look what happened. The pass doesn't work, and now you're in a world of trouble.
First down and 10.
Look at Derek Wolf with the sack.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
Here's the handoff. Ward that time in on the tackle. The Broncos call a timeout here. They have 0 timeouts remaining.
This is third down.
One more snap in halftime. Haluz lined up as the single back. Handoff made.
So far, wonderful execution this drive. When you get a chance to get out of bounds, here the offensive player got the yardage, had a chance, gets out of the bounds, stops the clock. Good job by the offense.
Carr set, empty backfield. The Raiders have it at the 29. Rob Streeter has the reception.
And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line.
We'll switch sides and take a break as the first half comes to a close here in the Mile High City.
The second half is officially underway.
And no return here, so Madden will start this down on the 20. The Broncos offense takes the field. Let's see if this momentum can carry over from the first half, because they have been brilliant to this point, partner.
Well, a lot of things change in that locker room at halftime. You know, you might feel good about what you've done. Of course, you've got to realize the defense might be upset and is willing to come out here and take more chances in the second half.
They're going to run it on the toss.
They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. No time to huddle now.
C.J. Anderson with the catch. Up the first down.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it. Hey, how about that? The defensive line. Everybody shifting to the left. I think they're expecting a run.
Wilson's the one who brings him to the ground. They'll go no huddle. The The Broncos take it from the 33. Anderson shot on the high note. Third down now. Green's a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. This offense now has the opportunity to get their first points on the board.
Take advantage of this opportunity. That's what you want them to do, Jim. And the wide receivers, they could not get open in the first half. Let's see if they can turn things around and find a way to get open so the quarterback can throw them the ball.
The Broncos line up in the nickel. Outside on the toss. Here they come to the 41-yard line.
Second down and 12. Throws the pass. Two hands on the football and has the catch. They're in the hurry-up mode. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. And that's Jackson in on the stop. Corners are backing off here. Now the offense in the hurry-up.
The Raiders call timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining.
That's second down coming up.
The Raiders come to the line with an empty backfield.
When you see linebackers like this shifting, they're trying to confuse the quarterback. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
They'll throw it over the middle. Middle of the field, and incomplete this time.
Well, the quarterback can't get him open. He threw to the right guy that time, but the coverage was so good by the defense, nowhere to get the completion.
The Raiders from the 27. Malik Jackson chases him down.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and of course that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers.
The Raiders have it at the 34. And that's Talib, who almost came away with a pick.
The Raiders that time go for it on fourth down, and they fail. I do not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
This will be a 46-yard field goal attempt. The kick will get through there. The kick.
Well, you come out there on the field as a defense. The offense has great field position. You've got to give them something different. The defense did. They stopped them, and they gave up the field goal.
And he's on the sidelines, out of bounds. That return's good for about 24. The Broncos offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
The Broncos snap it up at the 26. Tucks all over that offense and brings him down. Quickly to the line. Second down and 11. Stands in the pocket. Fowler's got it. First down. First down here after the completion. Anderson's handed the football. Allen's there that time for the tackle.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
The Broncos break huddle and show a jumbo look.
Look at the defensive linemen talking. They're all now shifting to the left.
Picked up a couple that time.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
The Broncos come to the line. First down marker is at the 48. The Broncos take it from the 43. And Daniels is there to catch the ball that had a lot of heat on it. Third catch today so far. The Broncos are still in possession as we get this final quarter underway. The football sits at the 40. He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Davis got it on a pass that had something taken off of it.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
First down at the 22. Anderson's going to secure the handoff. Ellis is there to make the stop.
When you run football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Trying to beat the play clock. We'll run it with him again. Smith's all over the ball carrier. Getting set as fast as they can. Third down and 6. And the reception by Anderson. Denver, touchdown. That touchdown, just a little more insurance to what already was a sizable lead for them.
Yeah, what a job. You know, look, they had a lot of insurance already in the bank, and they have controlled the tempo of this game from start to right here in this period early in the fourth. And now if the defense just has anything, if they stop the opponents on this drive, this game is over.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Raiders put some points on the board on their previous possession, but it was just a field goal. They'll be looking to add some more right here.
Yeah, they will. And, you know, listen, you know, when you talk about touchdown drives, you have to kick a field goal. What does that mean? That means you failed on third down. Just got a good play on third down. They got to do better in that situation. If they do, that's going to lead to 7 points.
They're going to the hurry. Tight end in motion. Second down and 4. Tosses the football. Miller's the one who made the big stop. The Raiders need to get to the 34 for a first down.
Look at the defensive line. Everybody shifting to the left.
Hurry up. 2-minute offense. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands. Gains 16. First down at the 43.
Pushes to the left side. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Murray's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
The Raiders are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. The Broncos defense now is going to go nickel.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side. Arm strength is a nice thing to have. When the window of opportunity is very small, quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. And nice throw right on target by the QB. When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
1st and 10. Jones going to take the handoff.
Gains about 1.
No time to waste. They hurry to the line. Looks like they're in press coverage here.
From the gun. Amari Cooper has the catch.
Touchdown. And they get one back.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas, and even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20.
The Broncos offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. A solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, what a productive day so far for the offense. They're mixing it up well. They got confidence. The quarterback's throwing it well. This is a very good game so far.
First down at the 20. Anderson's taking the handoff. They bring in the extra tight end. 2nd and 11. Watkins able to read that play and make the hit.
Well, every coordinator in the NFL has a box over there somewhere on that play sheet for 3rd and long. When he wants to try to pick the play up with a first down with a throw down the field, it can be seams, double moves, but they have 4 or 5 of those types of plays to pick up 3rd and long situations.
3rd down on the way.
Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Gets it out for the completion.
Nice job that time by the defense, knowing the situation. Go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the first down. Good job. 4th down coming up.
Try fake, man. Let's see this shit work.
The Broncos will have to punt.
Damn over.
The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Looking across the middle.
Well, I love seeing plays like this, a fake punt when you throw the football and it doesn't work. Hey, it's easy to do these things in practice, but when you got to do it in the game, you can feel the pressure, you get tight, and sometimes you just cannot execute the play.
First down at the 19. Here's the handoff, and they're running. 2nd down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way.
Good job by the offense going to hurry up offense. You do this to get the plays in, but also you want to conserve the timeouts. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
2nd and 12. And it's
Third and long, a big spot here as they trail late. Carr standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Space to work. The ball is fumbled.
Going for it on fourth down. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
They'll go for it on fourth down, late stages.
D-line is shifting inside. They're pinching. I think they're expecting to run up the middle.
Got a flag. Saved for 6. Touchdown. The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up.
Well, the touchdown still gives them a chance. Slim chance, albeit, but still with a chance to pull this one out in the end.
Yeah, it is slim, but listen, it's never over. You and I have done so many games where we've seen miracle finishes, so let's don't put this one in the win column for the team yet. Let's see if the other team can find a way to win.
And a flag is down.
Talk about momentum. That turns into an 8-point trip, the touchdown and the 2.
This offense and the head coach and the offensive coordinator, they're all aggressive. So, hey, well, it's not good enough just to get a touchdown. They want to get that extra point or 2 points. Nice job that time.
And with that 2-point conversion, they're now within a single possession.
Yeah, that was a simple decision that time. I thought they had to go for 2. They did. Nice play call by the offensive coordinator to help get it done.
The Broncos offense is on the field, and they are sitting pretty. With the lead late in this game, Phil.
I like the way they are sitting in this game. You said it, Jim, and I'll tell you what, all the pressure goes to the defense. Can the defense find a way? They get them off the field 3 downs and out and make them punt.
Setting up now at the 45. Takes the knee. The Raiders stop the clock in a hurry, trying to hold on to every precious second.
Second down coming up.
Takes the knee. The Raiders will call for the timeout. They need every second to be preserved at this point.
Ball spotted at the 49-yard line.
The Broncos need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. Takes the knee.
The coach is going to go for it.
Crucial play here. 4th down on the way.
There's a flag right there.
Well, when you're winning in a tight game in the second half, I don't know about going for it on fourth down. That was a big decision. It could come back to really haunt them.
And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. And it's a fake. We're running a fake. And he's out of bounds.
It was a nail-biter. It wasn't pretty, but it goes down as a victory.
It's even sweeter when you win a close game in the league because you know how hard it is. And to make that one play, that was the difference. Whew, a lot of joy in the locker room.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nantz saying so long.